Hey there, you're wondering how much it costs to live in St. Paul, Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. This video has everything that you need. Let's start by talking about housing. So right now, as I record this video, it is April of 2023, and the median home price for a single family home in the Twin Cities is $320,000. Now, that might change depending on when you're watching my video, but regardless, that is still well below the median home price for a single family home across the country, which right now is $430,000. In the Twin Cities, housing ranks 12% less than the national average for renting a home. According to Rent Cafe, a website that I found that compares the cost of living with between cities in the US, the cost of living in Minneapolis is 1% lower than the national average, but the cost of living in Minneapolis is also 1% higher on average than other parts of Minnesota.
This chart is also from Rent Cafe, and it shows utilities as being 2% lower on average compared to the national average, which is surprising because Minnesotans really tend to use the furnace all winter long to heat up during those really cold months, and the air conditioner because it tends to be very hot here during the summertime.
Let's talk about property taxes. Minnesota lands kind of roughly right in the middle of all of the different states and territory for property taxes, with number 1 being the lowest for property taxes and number 51 being the highest, which is New Jersey, in case you were wondering. Minnesota lands right at number 32. The average median household income, it goes in 5-year increments, and it was last measured in 2021. So it's probably a lot higher because we have had a lot of inflation over the last few years and also an adjustment to income. But when it was last measured in 2021, the average median household income in the Twin Cities was $78,000. That chart was also from Rent Cafe, and it showed food to be, on average in Minnesota, 1% more expensive than the national average. And interestingly, it showed healthcare to be 10% higher than the national average. Across the nation, Minnesota ranks number 4 for having the best healthcare across all of the states across the country. And it ranks number 8 in terms of accessibility to healthcare. Access to healthcare, that measures factors such as accessibility to healthcare providers per capita. It includes factors such as quality of public hospitals and wait times for emergency services. Minnesota is also home to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, which people from all over the world come to receive healthcare at the Mayo Clinic. Minnesota may be more expensive than the national average for healthcare, but this might be a case of higher quality does come at a premium. I did have a little bit of difficulty finding statistics comparing the affordability of public transportation to that of other areas of the country, but it is of note to say that the Twin Cities has a strong public transport system with buses and the light rail that we have. However, it is not widely used. Only 3.7% of the population uses the public transport system at this time, and that might be in large part due to the weather in the Twin Cities. People just don't want to be standing outside waiting for the bus or the light rail, and it's -10 degrees during the winter time. Some neighborhoods in the Twin Cities are much more walkable than others as well. For example, if you live in Uptown, or you live in North Loop of Minneapolis, or you live in McAllister Groveland or Highland neighborhoods of St. Paul, those are very walkable neighborhoods that have amenity and restaurants and shops and grocery stores and gyms in very close walking distance to all different areas of those different neighborhoods. So public transport wouldn't really be as needed in those areas. There are a number of Fortune 500 companies that are headquartered right here in the Twin Cities. The most notable ones: 3M, Target, Best Buy, United Healthcare, US Bank, General Mills, Ecolab, and Land O'Lakes. 3M World Headquarters is located in Maplewood. A lot of the people who work there will live in Lake Elmo, Woodbury, or Maplewood. Target and US Bank are both headquartered in Minneapolis. And so people who work there might live in Minneapolis, or they might live in one of the first-ring suburbs, such as St. Louis Park, Edina, Fridley. United Healthcare is headquartered in Minnetonka. So people who work there may live in Minnetonka or Wayzata, and those are two of the most expensive zip codes in Minnesota. So people who work there also might live in other surrounding suburbs, which also can be pricey, such as Edina, or they might opt to live in Eden Prairie or Chanhassen. I work with lots of out-of-state buyers and sellers as well, and it is so much fun for me to help people narrow it down what neighborhood and what suburb they would like to live on based on their lifestyle and their interests. So if you are considering making a move to the Twin Cities, I would love to be your person that you talk to and to help you figure out what is going to be the best property for yourself or your family. And I want to help you find the perfect home for you that meets all of your requirements. I'm a Twin Cities native, so I am so familiar with all of the different areas and vibes and what they have to offer. Please reach out if you are thinking about making a move. Call me, text me, email me, send me a smoke signal, however you have to get a hold of me. I want to hear from you, and please subscribe to my channel as well so that you can see more content related to Minnesota real estate, home tours, and everything great there is to do here. Thank you for watching.